So 2 weeks back, Wicknell went to Kuda show, and during the show, calls were opened so that Wicknell can interact with people. So there's this other guy with PhD Ministries, Akafona, and requested that he wanted Wicknell to contribute towards the building of their church. Kwa Magaya kurukunzi man. The church is now very full and overflow. People are overflowing, hakusisina pekugara, and it's affecting people nguva yekunaya and as well nguva yekutonhora vanhu vanenge vachitonhorwa vari panze. So he requested kuti kana muchikwanisawo, and then Wicknell was like, okay, you can go and get my quotations, then we take it from there. So quotation yacho yauya, and quotation yacho is $2.7 million. Dollars, not rands, not whatever. Vada kuita meno structure vada kuita 2.7 million. Imeme in your right senses 2.7 million. And it's not like utikana pachivakwa kana uti zimudadada ruda. Church is not something that is complicated to build, especially kana vachida kungoita ma 4 walls dzinenge chida kuitwa. Nothing else, nothing fancy, but they requested 2.7 million kuchurch kwa Magaya. And zvangondifungidzawo kuti mentality yekwamagaya inongonzi Magaya anozodai vanhu anoita kanenge kautsotsi so ndaona pachida kuita chikiribidi panapa vakatoti uyane mare getso imuwanira ipapo. I'm just trying to figure out kuti what do they want to do with 2.7 million. Regai Wicknell Arambe. So let me just quickly do a rundown of what Wicknell said, and there's no way Wicknell was going to put out his 2.7 million for what? Ndezve church, but zvimwe zvacho zvinenge zvakuda kubirana kwa kuitika panapa. So hanzi na Wicknell, today I want to recognize an amazing man of faith, an individual I've actually never met in my life. His name is Ken Gunda. Last week, while I was attending the very interesting podcast, the Danny J Show, callers from across the country were invited to phone in, say hello, and raise whatever questions or issues they had with me as the person being interviewed. With hundreds of thousands of people trying to get through, this gentleman was fortunate enough to finally connect. What touched me was the first thing he asked for. He did not ask for $1,000. He did not ask me to buy him a car. He did not ask for money for himself. Instead, he told me that he worships at PhD Ministries, and that way, where he and other congregants sit in the overflow section, they are sitting arrangements struggling during winter because of the cold, while during the rain season, they are affected by the rain. His simple request was, please help our church. My brother, that level of selflessness and faith is remarkable. Ini ndangovunza kuti saka ku PhD nemari naMagaya nemotikari dzanofamba nadzo nekuita nefraud yakapindira yemamillion and million yema-thousand and thousand of dollars, close to $1 million, hakwanise kuita church, hakwanise kuvaka. Mari inoende ku-offering every time, it's not enough to extend. Vanhu vacho ivavo vari kuunza offering, vari kukomplaina kune mumwe munhu toda kuvakirwa. What is that? What an embarrassment. Kuchechi yatinenge chiona senge ine mari amen. Shiganji, he had finally managed to get through live on air. You could easily have said, "Say, please buy me a Toyota Aqua." You could have asked for money. You could even have invented some imagined and said, my mother is critically ill in hospital and the doctor urgently needs $5,000. And because we were live on air, chances are I would simply have asked for the banking details and send the money immediately. But you chose the house of God before yourself. Even more touching were your words. This is where we sit in the overflow. That told me everything about your character. Whether it is winter, whether it rains, or whether you are sitting on sand, you are still going to church. You were not looking for an excuse to stop worshiping. You were looking for a permanent solution that would improve the condition for yourself and your fellow congregants. Such exceptional faith cannot go unnoticed. Sometimes God answers prayers through other people. Sometimes the blessing comes through a fellow believer who simply recognizes genuine faith, sacrifice, and love for the work of God. So before we even deal with the church overflow, let me start with you personally. My brother, please go and see Matsiba Bachpaga and collect a brand new Toyota Fortuner from me. I'm also giving you $10,000 cash for fuel, and please identify a house of your choice worth up to $100,000 in your neighborhood, and I'll purchase it for you. The car, the fuel money, and the house are your personal gifts. You thought about the church before yourself, so today somebody is thinking about you. Now coming to the PhD Ministries overflow you spoke too passionately about. When you explained the problem in my mind, I genuinely thought this was a relatively straightforward structure. I estimated maybe $50,000 to $100,000 to provide proper shelter. That is why I quickly said inquiries must be made and a quotation obtained so we could move forward. Then the quotation came back at an astonishing $2.7 million. The moment people hear that somebody who is generous wants to assist, suddenly even a simple tent starts developing 5-star hotel ambitions. Vanhu ava pachechi pavo chaipo vanga vachitadzirira zvinhu izvozvo but voda kuti 2.7 vada kunyanyobuilda 2. What structure 50,000 chaiwo was going to zvidhina zvinoita about from $100 per thousand here ameno zvidhina zvingani zvinodiwa $100 ne10,000 pamwe anogona kutoita zvidhina zvinodiwa pachechi yese. Muda kunyanyoita chii chamuda kuita kwaMagaya ikoko nemari. Regai Wicknell wati no, I cannot do such a thing. Because it's like they want to develop a 5-star hotel. They've got in a church. I support Wicknell on this one. Kuti vanhu vatema vakatongona pakadaisa vakutotora advantage. All jokes aside, I mean absolutely no disrespect to anybody involved, but I simply have so many commitments, including my own church and many other charitable causes that I continue to tirelessly support. I therefore respectfully decline that I cannot reasonably commit $2.7 million to this particular project alone and at once. However, because your request genuinely touched my heart, I'm prepared to contribute up to $500,000 towards properly addressing the minor overflow challenge you described. My brother, because you started this journey, I want you personally involved in seeing it through. With help from your leadership, please assist and obtain 3 competitive quotations from competent and reputable contractors, clearly showing them the exact scope of work you described during your phone call. I'll independently obtain another 3 quotations from competent contractors on my side. We'll compare all the proposals transparently, establish what is technically appropriate and reasonably priced, select a competent contractor through a competitive process, and the funds will be paid directly to the contractor against the verified work and agreed milestones. Subject to everything being in order, let us start implement next week without unnecessary delays. My brother, continue serving God. But ndongoti ndikuudze kuti yarambwa 2.5 and 2.7 and vakutotaura panapa kuti vanga vakuda kutopfuma vanhu vese vanga vachitoita share kuti iwo tozotenga imba tozopanana mari hapana zvimwe. So he is actually saying kuti ini ndichatsvaga vangu imotsvaga venyu tosangana halfway ndobhadhara directly kuna contractor anenge awina. Takuita zvemaquotation panapa kuratidza kuti Wicknell ataona kuti pane chimbavha pane chitsotsi choda kutoitika panapa ndobva azvivharisa zvese izvozvo. Hanzi hakuna 2.7. Vanhu vanga vakuda kutonchoncha nekuti church nekuti chi vanga vatoona pekutodyira because I don't know how they come up to 2.7 million. 2.7 million is a lot of money ka. Magaya nyarawo zvimwe unoziya nyarawo unoti every Sunday unotora unocollecta tithe ine offering. Apa futhi wakuda kwenda kuna Wicknell zvimwe baba imimika itaiwo muchinyara unonzwa.